Welcome everyone in lecture 15 of unit 3, and today we are going to learn about FA2 CFG. So we already know every regular language is context free language. So for every regular language we can design a context free grammar. We already know, and we have already studied in unit number 1 that for every regular language we have a finite automata. So today we are going to learn that for every regular language we have a CFG, for every regular language we have a FA. So for every FA we have a context free grammar. So but vice versa is not true. It is not necessary that every context free grammar is regular. So it is not necessary that every context free grammar, for every context free grammar we can design a FA. It is not necessary, but for every FA we can design a context free grammar. We know that FA is a 5 tuple machine. Here FA means finite automata, and those 5 tuples are set of state, set of input symbols, transitions, and start state, and set of final state. And we know that context free grammar has 4 tuples, that is set of non-terminals, set of terminals, productions, and start symbol. So while doing the conversion from this machine to this grammar, we have to remember that set of non-terminal will be always set of states, and set of terminals are set of symbols that is used in finite automata this, and start symbol will be start state. And we have some rules for production. Production P will be written as rule number 1: for any transition, say from state Qi, by giving an input symbol say A, if we are moving to some state say Qj, where Qi and Qj belong to set of states. So these are the states in some finite automata, where by giving this particular symbol we are moving to this particular state. So we can write a production like from state Qi we are moving to state Qj by giving input symbol A. So from state Qi by giving input symbol A we are moving to state Qj. So this will be written as production. Another rule is that if any state say Qk is a final state, so there is some state that is final state, then we can write a rule as Qk tends to epsilon. By using these two rules we can convert any finite automata, whether it is DFA or NFA or epsilon NFA, we can convert it into context free grammar. Let us look at some example. Suppose we have a language of all strings over a comma b that ends with a, and we have a automata for it. and this is a DFA, and we can convert this DFA to a context free grammar. So first there are state q0, q1, and we are renaming it by some capital names because it is look better when we write productions from non-terminals that are written in capital. So q0 is written as capital S because start state is the start symbol, and q1 we can write it as X or A or B as per our choice. This is final state and this is B. So by using rule 1, it can be written as CFG can be written as G is set of 4 tuples. First is set of states, second is set of input symbol, third is set of production, and fourth is start symbol, where P are as. So writing the production using these two rules. So from start state, by given A, we are moving to state X. From start state, by given B, we are moving to state S. From state X, by given A, we are moving to state X. From state X, by given input symbol B, we are moving to state S. And X is final state. So using rule number 2, if there is a final state, we have to add a epsilon production containing epsilon. So X tends to epsilon. So this will be a context free grammar, and it is a regular grammar. If we are writing a grammar from a FA, it will come as a regular grammar, and it can be written as S tends to by given A move into X, by given B move into S, from X by given A move into X, by given B move into S, or X is a final state. So write it this. Let's move at another example. That contain double A as substring, and we have FA over A comma B as input symbol. And suppose I am designing this time A NFA as Q0, A Q1, A Q2 is final state A comma B and A comma B. Renaming the state names, this is start state, so replacing it by S, A Y X, A Y, A comma B, and here A comma B. So I can write CFG as by given A to start state, we are moving to S or X because it is a NFA. We have two choice. So by given A, we can move to S, or by given A, we can move to X. By given B, we are moving to capital S. Okay. From state X, by given A, we are moving to Y. From state Y, by given A, we are moving to Y. By given B, we are moving to Y. And Y is a final state, so adding epsilon here. And by writing the grammar from FA, we have some more flexibility, as it can be written as say Q2. I am not writing Q1 here for a reason. As we know, it is a direct transition. We are moving here, then moving here. So it can be written as as a comma b, leaving it as it is, say x here, a comma b, we can write it as by given a we are moving to s, by given double a we are moving to x, or by given b we are moving to capital S. From state x, x is final state, we can write it ax bx less epsilon. So these kind of moves are also allowed because this state is not making any effect, and in CFG we have allowed this kind of moves. So we can write it directly from here we are moving to here by using double a, but it is not very much it is not a very much good way to write a context free grammar. It is always good if you write by using this way, because there are less chances of getting error. So here suppose I am writing a grammar for that does not contain double a. It is very easy to write a grammar for complement languages also, because we know how to design a DFA for it, because while we taking complement we must design DFA for original language, then converting it to the complement language by replacing finals by non-finals and non-final by making non-final to final. So it can be look like in DFA Q2 is final state, here a comma b, here b, here is b, for containing double a. But while we are taking complement, then this will not be a final state, these two will be final. So we can write grammar as first replacing the state name by some capital letters, then writing grammar as s tends to by given a it is b, by given a move into x, by given b move into s, and s is a final state. From state x by given a move into y, by given b move into s, and x is also a final state, and from y state by given a move into y, by given b move into y. But here you need to look a little bit more, because this in this DFA this is dead state, so there is no use to write context free grammar for it, because it does not produce any string that is reaching to the final state, so it is useless. So we can remove it, and we can write grammar for these two only as s tends to by given a move into x, by given b move into s, it is final state. From x given b move into capital S, and it is final state. So we can remove all production that containing by. So we can remove this, we can remove this, we can remove this. So we left with this. So it looks much better. So it is all for today, and you have to write a grammar for that contain double a as substring using NFA and DFA both, and you have to design grammar for even. Thanks for attending the lecture.